Hey guys, it is your girl Jade Ashley and I am back with an all new video of when a beat drops. And like always, I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats in music of this week. So of course, you gotta stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so before we actually dive into our beats for this week, I just gotta remind you guys, if you are not subscribed, definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any of my uploads, whether it's when a beat drops, a vlog, or whatever else. So definitely make sure you are subscribed. But other than that, while we're here, we have to obviously talk about our 5 hottest beats in music of this week. So I'm just going to dive right in. I feel like I haven't done a When a Beat Drops video in a couple of weeks, so I'm definitely excited to talk about some of the hottest news in music. So the first thing I have to talk about is my homegirl, Tamar Braxton. So last week she announced that she will be dropping a new album, which is titled Bluebird of Happiness, and it just kind of just came out of nowhere. Like, I know Tamar been working, but it was just like one day she just popped up and was like, hey y'all, I got a new album coming out this month. So make sure y'all pre-order when pre-order is ready and cop it when it drops and whatever. So Bluebird of Happiness, she said it's her best work to date. And knowing Tamar Braxton, I know Tamar, she could be a little extra when it comes to everything else, but when it comes to music, and when she said this is her best work to date, I'm gonna take her word for that, because her last 2 albums were just absolutely bomb in my opinion. So I'm really excited about this new album. She announced that the album will be dropping on September 29th. And then earlier today, while I'm recording this is still Thursday, she actually posted the album and she said that this is her best and last album. Now, I don't know what made her tweet that or say it was her last album, but I'm not here for it. I'm not gonna take it, because her music is absolutely awesome. But yeah, I just feel like she's an amazing singer. Her first, well, it's not her first album, but her first album as we know her from Tamar Braxton Values and stuff like that, Love and War, amazing album. She did a Love and War tour. I don't know if I mentioned, but me and Bria, we went to that when she came here to New York City. Absolutely love that album. I can still listen to every song in that album to this day and sing it. And then what is it? Calling All Lovers. Now, Calling All Lovers, I feel like that album is so underrated. I know at this time when she dropped the album, she was doing a lot. She was still on the real at the time. She was doing Dance with the Stars. So it was so much she was doing, and then she dropped the album. So I just definitely feel like Calling All Lovers did not get the promotion that it needed. But I will tell you that that album is freaking amazing. I'm sure many artists, they have this kind of worry on whether or not they're gonna outdo their previous album, but Tamar killed it on Calling All Lovers. Just vocally, it was better than Love and War, and Love and War was amazing. So for her to go past amazing for Calling All Lovers was just absolutely just dope to me. The songs within itself, that album was so dope, and I don't even think people know how dope that album is. So for her to be getting ready to drop this new album, I'm just I'm here for it. Honestly, I cannot wait to get my life. Like I said, Tamar, she be all those other, she be out here and she a little crazy sometimes and she in drama and all that other stuff, but it does not take away from her artistry. It does not take away from her vocal ability. She is just an amazing singer, an amazing artist. So I am definitely going to be here for Bluebird of Happiness, and when it does drop on September 29th, just understand that I will be doing an album review. It will be an entire video dedicated to just that one album alone, because just Tamar, and I love her music. But other than that, we're gonna move on to my second beat of this week, and this was announced earlier today. The nominees for the 2017 BET Hip Hop Awards was announced. I'm like Hip Hop Honors, but BET Hip Hop Awards was announced today. Now, usually the Hip Hop Awards go down in Atlanta, but they switched it up this year, so the Hip Hop Awards will be held within Miami, Florida. So I think that's going to add a little spice to this year's award show. But other than that, the award show will be going down on October 6th, and then will air on BET at 8 p.m. on October 10th. And I just kind of want to just read off some of the nominees for this year's award show. So DJ Khaled, Kendrick Lamar, and Cardi B are the top leading artists that have been nominated for this year's award show. But just to read some of the categories, we have Album of the Year, and that's DJ Khaled for Grateful, Future for Future, J. Cole for For Your Eyes Only, Jay-Z for 444, Kendrick Lamar for Damn, and Migos for Culture. That's pretty hard, you know. There's a lot of dope songs that came from those albums. You have Best New Hip Hop Artist. You have Amine, you know, the one that did Caroline. And he was also part of XXL's 2017 freshman class. So he's been making some moves out here this year. Cardi B, of course. Kodak Black. Playboy Cardi. When I did my summer review playlist, I talked about how much I love Playboy Cardi's music this year. And then T Grizzly. T Grizzly has been killing it out here. And then T Grizzly, I was watching, I was real late to it, but I was watching Jay-Z's Rap Radar interview and stuff like that, and for him to co-sign T Grizzly and talk about like he just likes his music and he like what he's talking about and stuff like that, that's a real big deal. So shout outs to him for being a new artist, and then, you know, to have you like one of the musical greats, Jay-Z, kind of like big you up and talk about how he loves your music. So he's definitely killing it out here. You have Hustler of the Year, Cardi B. She needs to get that. I'm sorry, Cardi B needs to get Hustler of the Year. I didn't even read the rest of the list, but she needs to get that. Chance the Rapper, you know, Chance, he been hustling, you know, way before this year, and Cardi as well, but you know, now she's like really hitting. DJ Khaled, he won't always hustle, so that's nothing new. Jay-Z, always hustling, nothing new. And the same thing for Kendrick Lamar, but definitely Hustle of the Year. I'm just letting y'all know right now, it definitely needs to go to Cardi B. Other than that, Made You Look Award, which is basically like the best hip-hop style. You got A$AP Rocky, Cardi B, Future, Migos, and Nicki Minaj. Best Mixtape, Cardi B, Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2, Gucci Mane, Drop Top WAP, Juicy J, Gas Face, Playboy Cardi, Self-Titled, T Grizzly, My Moment, Yo Gotti and Mike Will made it. Gotti made it. So, well, Gotti made it. So, those are for Best Mixtapes. Sweet 16, which is basically the best featured verse. You got Chance the Rapper for I'm the One. Gucci Mane for Black Beatles, Lil Uzi Vert for Bad and Bougie, and he got like a lot of flack for his verse on Bad and Bougie actually, but Nicki Minaj for Rake It Up, you know, everybody's rapping that right about now. And then Ty Dolla $ign for Ain't Nothing, and then Wiz Khalifa for Ain't Nothing as well. Impact Track, Cardi B, Bodak Yellow. She has to get an award for Bodak Yellow. Kendrick Lamar, Humble. Kendrick Lamar, DNA. Lecrae, Blessings. Lecrae definitely needs to get something, because like for him to be having like positive rap, for him to be like a Christian rapper, I guess I heard he doesn't really coin that term or whatever, but you know, I feel like Lecrae definitely needs to walk away with something. And then Tyler the Creator for Who Dat Boy. Best Hip Hop Video, we got Bodak Yellow, we have Wild Thoughts, we have Unforgettable, Mask Off, and Humble. And the last one that I am going to read is Hot Ticket Performer, which is Cardi B, Chance the Rapper, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. If you guys want to see or read or whatever the full list of nominees for the 2017 BET Hip Hop Awards, I will definitely leave it in the description box below. But kind of let me know who you guys want to win, who you think are going to win, and stuff like that. But other than that, we're going to move on to our third beat of this week. And the reason why I had the whole little mix up is because the next award show I am talking about is the 2017 VH1 Hip Hop Honors, and that is actually going down this Sunday and will be airing on Monday, September 18th on VH1. So you guys know that I was at the Hip Hop Honors last year. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, I was at the Hip Hop Honors last year. You know, I covered the red carpet, got to attend the show. It was very dope. I believe I talked about it in a When a Beat Drops video. If I did, I will definitely link it above in the cards right here. But yeah, so the 2017 VH1 Hip Hop Honors is actually going down in LA this year, which is why I won't be there this year. But yeah, so one thing that I like about what's different with this Hip Hop Honors is that usually the Hip Hop Honors, you know, they kind of honor, you know, like the hip hop pioneers and stuff like that, that kind of paved the way for like the artists that are like popping today. But what they're doing this year, instead of just honoring, you know, just they're honoring key people, but their focus is more so the 90s era. They're honoring people, you know, within film, television, you know, music, of course, that pretty much impacted the culture within the 90s. And you know, 90s is always coined as just like that golden era, just like so much dopeness came out of, you know, the 90s, whether it was a film, whether it was fashion, whether it was music. The 90s was the place to be. And I mean, I was born in the 90s, so you know, so they're just honoring people that, you know, just pioneers of just the 90s era. So yes, the honorees that they have for this year, they have Mariah Carey, I hope she's not out here gonna be doing whole diva-ish, like, no. But they're honoring Mariah Carey for all of her hip-hop collaborations. So, you know, she has some really dope hip-hop collaborations that went down in the 90s. You know, she has ODB, you know, she has Jay-Z, Heartbreaker, one of my favorite songs from her. You know, she collaborated with Busta Rhymes and just a whole bunch of hip-hop artists. So, you know, she was definitely embraced with the hip-hop culture when it came to 90s. So she will be honored. Other than that, Jermaine Dupri is another honoree that will be honored this year. So, you know, he formed So Def within the 90s, and, you know, he had classic artists such as Escape. You know, Escape is coming back out and they got classic music. Criss Cross, you know, the Brat and stuff like that. And eventually past the 90s it will, you know, have other artists such as, like, you know, Bow Wow. So that's like a little bit closer to like my era and stuff like that. So that's really dope. Martin Lawrence. Now I cannot wait to see Martin Lawrence be honored. This is my favorite. This is the one when I was like, they honoring Martin at the, you know, hip hop honors and stuff like that. And then we just really think about everything that he's done, you know, culture wise and stuff like that to this day. Literally, I can turn my TV on right now and it will be a Martin rerun on somebody's network. So number one, the Martin Show, of course. And then aside from that, he's not just, you know, an actor, you know, comedian and stuff like that. So he did like Def Comedy Jam, you know, stand-up comedy and everything. And then also like the films that he did during the 90s. I mean, you know, you got the house parties, what was it, he was in Blackstreet. I think Blackstreet came out in the 90s as well. But, you know, just countless amounts of films and stuff like that. You know, original Bad Boys came out during the 90s and everything. So it was just so much that he did within the 90s that, you know, just shaped the 90s culture, and that just made him technically legendary. Like, he's a legend within his field and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited to see how they're going to tribute Martin Lawrence, without a doubt. Master P, you know, he had No Limit Records popping up in the 90s and stuff like that. So, you know, he had like a lot of southern music that was popping, you know, Hot Boys and well, Hot Boys in the movie, you know, because Hot Boys was technically Cash Money, the group, but Hot Boys the movie with like Silk the Shocker and all of that. So, you know, just like the whole No Limit era and stuff, and all the artists that he had going on his label, including himself, like just the music that they released, you know, is a real southern thing. So, and then, you know, Master P is still out here dropping jewels and stuff, jewels, you know, knowledge. So yeah, it's going to be dope to see him being honored as well. And then another honoree that I'm really excited to see on how they're going to do this is Hype Williams. Now, Hype Williams, he is behind some of the most classic videos, music videos for hip-hop artists, R&B singers, like whatever. Like the 90s he was killing it, 2000s still killing it and stuff like that. And then of course, you know, he's the director of the classic film Belly, featuring, or starring I should say, DMX and Nas. So definitely, without a doubt, I will be tuned in to the 2017 Hip Hop Honors on VH1, and hopefully you will too, because I'm definitely going to talk about it in my next video. But other than that, we're going to move on to my fourth beat of this week, and we have to do a Janet Jackson update. So yeah, Janet Jackson, she's back on tour. You know, you guys, we've talked about it plenty of times on this channel. She was on the Unbreakable World Tour. You know, she canceled that because her and her husband, they wanted to have a baby and everything. You know, she had her son, and then, you know, unfortunately, you know, shortly after having her son and stuff like that, you know, it was announced that her and her husband, Wasim, if that's how you pronounce it, they were, you know, basically breaking up. And she was like, don't worry, y'all, I'm going to come back on tour and stuff like that. So she pretty much stuck to her word. Like, she got herself back together, got the body snatched and everything, and she is hitting the road. Like, her tour just started, the Unbreakable World Tour kind of pretty much ended, and she started up again with the State of the World Tour. So that she's on the State of the World Tour right now. That started last week. She's out here hitting these cities. I'm seeing videos and stuff of her on social media where she's just pretty much killing it. And, you know, as the girls like to say, she's out here snatching edges, snatching wigs, and all of this other stuff. So it was just pretty much great to see that Janet, you know, even with everything that she's going through with her marriage and stuff like that, she's back to doing what she loves to do, what we know her to be doing, which is, you know, out here just performing and killing it and stuff. And yeah, she's making up for all them people that paid money for, you know, tickets and stuff, and she never completed the shows, and now she's out here making up those shows. So shout out to Janet for staying to her word, you know. But other than that, we're going to talk about my very last beat of this week, and this has been something that's been kind of like, you know, making its way around for the past couple of I want to say since like last month. and that is Blac Chyna. She wants a music career. So when I first heard it, I didn't really believe it, but then, you know, she started posting stuff on social media, so I was like, oh, she's dead ass. So basically, Blac Chyna, she wants to dabble into music now and stuff like that, and she's coming with the heavy hitters. Actually, she's coming with the heavy hitters on her side when it comes to this, you know, aspiring, you know, music career. Here she wants to be a rapper, so I hope she's not trash. But yeah, she's been working with people such as Young Berg, aka Hitmaker. You know, he's not rapping no more, but he's out here producing some of the hottest tracks. So, you know, he even co-signed her and was like, they got some fire coming. I heard she was in a studio with Molly Mall. I heard she got some features coming with Tory Lanez. I wonder how this is going to turn out, because Tory is fire. Yo Gotti, Ray Shrimmer, what else? I heard Jeremiah. Like, she just has, like, she looked like she coming in hard. I know earlier this week on Snapchat, she posted photos and videos of her in the studio with A1 and Lyrica Anderson. You know, they're on Love and Hip Hop, and, you know, they're out here making dope songs with other artists as well. So all I gotta say is, Blac Chyna girl, if you were watching this, which you're probably not, but if it just so happens that you are, please, when you come and you do this music thing, do it correct. Please do it correct, because if not, I'm gonna cut your ass. And if anybody knows, I don't really be talking about people like that, but please come correct with this. Come correct, please. And it'll be a damn shame if she out here and she climbing the charts and she doing better than her first baby daddy, aka Tyga. But yeah, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts on Chyna's or Blac Chyna's aspiring music career. Other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I'm going to thank you for tuning into this week's video. Of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It would greatly be appreciated. I have no notes to leave you guys with. Just make sure you watch the VH1 Hip Hop Honors on Monday, September 18th on VH1, because I will be tuned in. But other than that, you know, I have to leave you with my song of the week, and my song of the week is gonna have to go to Bryson Tiller. This week he dropped the official music video for his song Running Me Dry off of his latest album. So if you want to check out that video in its entirety, you can definitely head over to my blog at www.jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. Once again, I thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. So bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.